Hi all and welcome. My name is Alyssa Wedding and I'm a senior admission counselor in the Office of Admission at St. Louis University. I just wanted to welcome you to our presentation. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'm sorry about my camera. Right now I should be sharing the presentation with you guys, and then maybe down in the other corner you might see my back wall, but you should be able to hear me. And I will go ahead and get the presentation started. But a few things, St. Louis University right now, we are working from home. So you may hear some dogs barking in the background from my house. So I do apologize about that, but we'll go ahead and we will get started. A little bit about St. Louis University, excuse me. We are a So if you're looking for an institution that's between 8,000 and 15,000 students, SLU might be the right choice for you. We have right above 8,000 undergrad students, and then a little over 12,500 students in total. So that includes all of our graduate level programs. So School of Medicine, School of Law, School for Professional Studies, which is mainly all online courses for busy working adults. St. Louis University is located in St. Louis, Missouri, so right in the heart of the Midwest. And then we do have a second campus in Madrid, Spain. It's a full standalone campus that you could study abroad or attend. St. Louis University was founded in 1818, so we are the first oldest university west of the Mississippi, and then the second oldest Jesuit institution, which leads me to my next point. We are a Jesuit Catholic institution, and we'll touch on kind of what sets us apart from other Catholic schools in just the next slides. So with the Jesuit education, it truly means the education of the whole person. The Jesuits are the largest Catholic order of priests, and they truly believe in educating the whole world. So at SLU, you may hear holistic a lot in the presentation or on our website or coming for a visit. So education of the whole person means mind, body, heart, and spirit. So students are getting educated physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. We truly believe in strengthening our students as leaders and critical thinkers. So the students are at SLU, and even in high school, they are the captains and the co-captains, the founders and co-founders, presidents, vice presidents of different clubs and organizations, and they bring that love of leadership over to SLU. One of the ways that we do really embody the Jesuit mission and ideals at SLU is through service. So last year, our student, staff, and faculty completed over 1.98 million hours of service. And so they're doing service work in the city of St. Louis, nationally, as well as globally. One of the biggest questions that we get when we're out recruiting students and talking to families is, what is a Billiken? So this is our mascot. He is very, very unique. He's completely unique to SLU, which is amazing. Some of the things that we get when students ask, and we always say, well, what do you think it is? And people say a troll, a warlock, a Buddha. I've even gotten something like a dragon or a winged pig. But the Billiken is really a good luck charm. He also stands for the way things ought to be, and he's pretty old. So he dates back to 1908. He became our mascot because in the early 1900s, St. Louis University had a football team that was coached by a man named John Bender. Some sports journalists in St. Louis discovered that John Bender resembled the Billiken. So he was a little bit rounder, had just a little bit of hair at the top of his head, pointy ears, a little bit of squinty eyes, and a grin that made him look like he was up to no good. If you Google John Bender and Billiken and looked at images, the resemblance is really uncanny. So maybe not the greatest compliment, but it gives us a very unique story. And eventually in 1911, he became our official mascot. At SLU, our students truly embody what it means to be a Billiken. Our students are coming from diverse backgrounds. They're coming from all over the world with their own unique experiences. So you can truly be a Billiken on our campus and live out that way of life. A few other fast facts about St. Louis University is we have an average class size of around 26. A lot of your courses will have no more than 40 students in there. When I was a student at SLU, some of my classes, I was in the School of Education, so it's a smaller program, but some of my classes had no more than 10 students in there. One of them had 4, so it really allows you to get to know your classmates and students that are in the program with you. With that, a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and then 99% of our faculty and staff have the highest degrees in their field. So not only are you able to get to know the other students in your program, but the professors will know you on a first name basis. You'll know them as well, and then they're very knowledgeable and passionate about what they're teaching you in those classes. St. Louis University is a D1 school, so Division I school. We compete in the Atlantic 10. Average high school GPA is a 3.91. So that was our entering freshman class. And then our students love to be involved with anything and everything. So over 150 clubs in student organizations. Areas of study at SLU, we have lots to choose from. So over 90 undergraduate programs and majors to choose from. Anything from the School of Business, like marketing, sports business, accounting, international business. We have one of the best international undergraduate business and graduate international business programs in the nation. We have Parks College of Engineering, Aviation, and Technology, which includes flight science if you're looking to become a professional pilot, biomedical engineering, to Doisy College of Health Sciences, so physical therapy, occupational therapy, athletic training, nuclear medicine technology, and then our School of Nursing. So there's a lot of different really great options. And with any of those, you can have minors and concentrations. So this is just one of the main parts of campus. This is actually a street, Grand Avenue, that runs right down our urban campus. So over on that right-hand side where you may see Bush Student Center, that is one of the main hubs of campus. You'll find the bookstore in there, some places to eat, ballrooms for events, the Student Government Association office is in there, our radio station. So it's the main hub for campus. And then on the left-hand side, you'll just see one of our classroom buildings. So I did mention that St. Louis University is located in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. So it's an urban campus. It's actually technically located in Midtown. So it's about 2 miles from the traditional downtown area where you may find the Arch. You can kind of see that in the background. Around campus, there is tons to do. So it's very centrally located. Downtown, you'll find a brand new MLS stadium that's being built. That's probably within a half mile of campus. If you're a big fan of soccer, we're getting a brand new MLS team. Bush Stadium, where you can go see the Cardinals play. Of course, the Arch. We have a brand new aquarium at the St. Louis Union Station, as well as the St. Louis Wheel, so a giant Ferris wheel. Surrounding campus, there are many restaurants, Fox Theater for ballets, plays, different types of shows, Palace City Hall, art galleries, many restaurants. And then new to this year, opening pretty soon, hopefully, is the City Foundry. Some things with COVID-19 have definitely held some things up, but the City Foundry is going in right next door to St. Louis University's campus. So it'll be a giant food hall, and then there'll be walking paths and bike paths as well. So I definitely recommend to check that out. And then within 30 minutes of St. Louis University, you will find shopping malls, outlet malls to go outside and shop. You'll find Topgolf as well as state parks. So if you like to be outside a lot, you can go hiking and things within an hour of SLU's campus. And then, as I mentioned, we have our own campus in Madrid, Spain. It's a standalone campus, so you can study there for 4 years if you would like. Some students will do a 2+2, so they'll go to Madrid for 2 years and then come back to the St. Louis campus for 2 years. And then you can also treat it like a traditional study abroad program and go there for a year, a semester, over the summer. The Madrid campus is located just outside of the city center in Madrid. So it's about 20 minutes outside of the city center. And then there's all types of other universities, whether they be United States universities in Europe right next door, as well as European universities, all in the same area. So it's really great location for students to meet people from all over the world. And then, students that are coming to SLU, as I said, they love to be involved. So with those over 150 clubs and student organizations, we offer over 30 club sports. If you're not really on that D1 level, or if you want to take a step back, you can play any of the 30 club sports. So soccer, swimming, I believe there's also a running club, which is a little bit less competitive, and then 50 intramural programs. So if you're looking to get involved in something that's a little bit more less competitive and just kind of fun to get together with your friends, that might be an option. With the 150 student organizations, it's anything like an academic clubs and programs to a breakfast club, or we have a Harry Potter club called Sloopify. So really anything and everything. We do have Greek life on campus. About 20% of our students are a part of Greek life. So there's 7 fraternities and then 7 sororities. It's really, really community based. So there's still the social aspect, but then they're doing a lot of community work and being active with each other. And then with that, 10 multicultural fraternities as well. Not to mention we have a Center for Global Citizenship on campus, so the CGC, and they'll offer a lot of multicultural clubs that you can be a part of. Another big question for this year, and you're probably asking a lot of universities, is what has St. Louis University done to help cope with COVID-19 and the pandemic? And it's kind of a 2 ways that we've done this. So with students, we've offered flexible learning. So students, faculty, and staff, we sent out a survey over the summer, and some students are actually taking all of their classes all online. So if they have a family member that they're caring for, or if the student themselves has an underlying health condition, we wanted to give them that option that they could stay home, be safe, and stay healthy, and still take their classes at SLU. And then same thing with faculty. So some of the classes will be all online because your professor that you have for that course does not feel comfortable coming in because of a variety of reasons, health or family. With that, socially distanced classrooms. So the classrooms are a lot smaller. Classroom size are a lot smaller, so less students in there. And then they're all sitting more than 6 feet apart. And then masks are required everywhere on campus, in classes, even walking outside in between classes. If being socially distanced is not possible, you are to wear a mask on campus. The other way that St. Louis University is involved in kind of coping with the pandemic is research. So we are part of an investigational treatment for COVID-19. We are one of 75 sites across the country and the world that has been approved by the National Institute of Health to have a trial vaccine. So something really cool and kind of a part of research on campus. So how to become a Billiken. So this is all about the application process and how to get through that this fall or next fall, whichever one. So becoming a Billiken is pretty easy. First, we'll need the application. So we take our own web application at slu.edu, or you can apply via the Common App. It really doesn't matter. We don't have a preference. It's whichever is easiest for the student. But the most important thing to know is it's completely free to apply. So there is not an application fee to apply to SLU. Along with your application, we will need to see an official high school transcript. English proficiency is required for any international students applying to SLU. So you'll see that list right there of how you can show your English proficiency. And then recommended items for admission and scholarship consideration include letters of recommendation. So typically no more than 3. A resume, because we want to see what you're passionate about. And then an interview, which is more like a meet and greet with an admission professional or one of our admission interns. It allows us to get to know you and put a face with a name when we're reviewing applications. So all of these pieces really allow us to view the student as a whole, so that holistic review process. We are a test optional school, so that is new for fall of 2021. So if you do not have test scores because you haven't been able to take it, or if you don't want to apply using your test scores, then you will be able to apply test optional. You'll see that little orange bubble at the top. We do have a priority deadline of December 1st. So that'll be here before you know it, so keep that in mind. A few of our programs that have a strict deadline of December 1st include our 6-year direct entry into the Doctorate of Physical Therapy program, so the DPT, 5-year Master's in Occupational Therapy, Nursing, Flight Science, our Medical Scholars, University Honors, Presidential, Physician Assistant Scholars, and Pharmacy Scholars. And if you're wanting to learn more, all of these programs are in a link in our chat booth, so you'll be able to just click that where it says Honors and Scholars, and it'll take you to our webpage to give you a little bit more information about those. So scholarships at SLU and how you can maximize the amount of money and institutional aid to come to SLU. So merit-based scholarships are the most common. You're automatically considered for these with your application, so there's not a separate piece for these. These are between $8,000 and $23,000 per year, and this is where that December 1st priority deadline comes in. So to maximize your chances of receiving merit scholarship, we do ask that students try to apply by December 1st. And then 2 scholarships that require the separate application include the Presidential Scholarship. You'll see the GPA requirement, and you'll see that it's a full tuition award. So it's a pretty big award. With that, it's has an emphasis on leadership as well as service. And that one has a December 1st deadline. It's pretty strict with that. And then the Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Program, as the name may suggest, it has an emphasis on social justice, diversity, and inclusion. So really living out MLK Jr.'s life and ideals to the best of your ability. You'll see the GPA requirement. It's combinable or stackable with any merit aid scholarship. And that one has a February 1st deadline. So a few of the honors and scholar programs that I mentioned, you'll see the GPA requirements up on this slide. To go kind of quick, because I could talk for hours about these programs because there's so much information, but the honors program allows you to take some all honors coursework that will not only count towards your honors curriculum, but also towards your major curriculum. So there will be some extra work involved. There is a grant that you can apply to, so a research grant through the honors program, and then registering for classes through a little bit earlier than other students that aren't in the honors program. Medical Scholars is probably one of our most popular. It is an early application track, so it's not guaranteed admission to St. Louis University School of Medicine, but it does allow you to apply at the end of your sophomore year at SLU and then find out before your junior year if you've received a spot. It's also not a 3+3, so a 6-year program. It's still that traditional time in undergrad as well as med school. Excuse me, the Physician Assistant Scholars Program, PA Scholars guarantees you a spot into our PA graduate program. Pharmacy Scholars is a partnership with a pharmacy school right down the road from SLU, the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. And it's you'll go to SLU for 3 years, and then your 4th year, you'll actually start at that UHS, the University UHSP, and any of those credits will back transfer to SLU. Communication Sciences and Disorders guarantees you a spot into our master's for CSD, so becoming a speech pathologist. And Law Scholars guarantees you a spot into St. Louis University School of Law. If you see the deadlines up there, those are very, very strict, as I said before. So again, keeping that in mind as you move through the application process. 2 invite-only programs include the Business Scholars and Accounting Scholars, and you can find more information about those through the Honors and Scholars page. Another one with some important dates, so maybe try to take a quick snapshot of these if I'm going too fast. October 1, which is hard to believe that it's this week, that is when the free application for federal student aid. So the FAFSA becomes available to first-time filers. So if you're looking to, again, maximize your institutional as well as federal need-based aid, you'll want to complete the FAFSA. And you can send that to all of the schools that you are applying to. It allows the schools to look at you for grant money and then the government to consider you for any grant and loan money as well. November 1st is when admission decisions begin going out. So SLU is a rolling admission school. We do not have an early application. We're not an early application school or a binding school. And then, of course, December 1, and you'll see all of those deadlines. February 1st is when the preferred deadline of filing the FAFSA is, as well as the deadline for all of those applications for programs and scholarships. Early March is when honors and scholars decisions are released, so really not before March 1st. And then May 1 is the national candidate reply date. So that is really when any school that you may be applying to will want to know if you are going to attend their institution in fall of 2021 or whenever you're starting college. And then experiencing SLU, because this really just gives you a very, very small snapshot of who we are as an institution. So you can go to you@slu.slu.edu to really customize your experience with different things that you may be interested in, from academics to intramurals to different organizations. Taking a virtual tour at SLU if you can't get to campus just yet. And then scheduling a tour with a current student. So new to this month, actually, as of September 1, we've started to offer a limited number of in-person tours. So you will have to sign up in advance, one family with no more than 4 students with one tour guide. And it's an all open air campus tour. So you won't be able to go inside any of the buildings to keep our community safe. And then masks are required, as well as a Campus Clear app, filling out the Campus Clear app to make sure that you do not have any symptoms. As a grad of SLU, I graduated in 2012. I said that I really just grazed the surface of who we are as an institution. It's truly a fabulous place to be. I graduated again in 2012 and started working in the Office of Admission in 2013. So I've been on campus quite some time in a variety of capacities. I've met some of my best friends there that I now consider family, and I hope that you guys will consider SLU. And with that, we typically open it up to questions, and I think there might be a discussion going on. And then if you have any other questions and need to get going from this booth, you can always jump over to our event booth and chat with us over there, and we would be more than happy to answer any of your questions as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a great night.